Are you a real estate agent who knows that AI can transform your business, but you're stuck in thinking it's either too late, too hard, or it's not for you? I get it. Tech can feel like a threat, especially when you're already swamped with showings and clients. Maybe you're not swamped, and maybe that's the problem. But here's the secret: the understanding that AI isn't here to replace you. In fact, it can help you become unstoppable. In this video, I'm going to reveal 3 ridiculously simple prompts, or we'll call them AI hacks, that will help you market like a pro. You can win more clients, close more deals faster, and it helps give you insight into you, which is our greatest asset, right? This is all without needing a degree or having to be super tech savvy. This is for beginners and experts alike. So if you think you've missed the train, think again. You won't have to put in tons of hours of extra effort either. This will allow you to pull ahead of agents that don't have these tools. A lot of realtors and brokers are still doing things kind of the old way, and I'm here to show you a way to do this for the future. I'm Ian of Austin, and I'm pulling up, I'll start with this website. It's called suretyrealtor.com. I had to build a real estate platform for people to be able to download and learn some of these things. So if you go to Find Apps, AI and Bots, there are tools in there that will help you build your niche, build your brand, learn how to construct YouTube videos, all that sort of stuff. So once you have that tool, then you can go to this second part of the video, which is essentially, we're going to start from the beginning of me showing this screen. Maybe you've already had a chat window that you've been using for a while in something like ChatGPT, or if you're an expert in large language models and you've been doing this for a while, maybe you've created your own GPT. Maybe you use something like Claude or Grok or Gemini. And if all that's foreign to you, don't worry about it. Like I said, you can get some of those other tools off of the real estate website, and you can craft like your niche and your brand. And then once it understands that about you, you can start asking these questions. So I already pulled in the first one. So what I asked is, can you analyze my communication patterns based on our conversation, because it knows my conversation so far? Tell me what you observe about my thinking style, decision-making approach, and potential blind spots. And so what the AI did is it went in and it said, look, I know that you are strategic and detail-oriented. I love that. Thank you for the compliments. I'm efficiency-driven and systematic. I do rely on frameworks for optimization. So vidIQ is an example. You can actually find that tool on that store as well. It's a tool that I might use to identify keywords and things that improve my YouTube video. I've sold a lot of business real estate using YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or Google Business. And so understanding the keywords, understand what people are searching for to get them to go to my website is extremely important to me. And as I grow and I learn and sell, tens of millions in real estate a year, these are the things that are important in order to be able to do that, right? And to continue to grow. So creative with an analytical edge. I like that. I was in IT before real estate. Okay, so data informed, not just gut driven. A lot of real estate agents will just go and say, well, you need to do this and you need to do this, but don't actually explain why. And I have experience with different styles of learning, and in order for adults to really learn, they have to understand why they're doing a thing, not just the direction on doing a thing. Unless they were military, or depending on how they were raised or culturally or something. Most people, especially Americans who are looking to buy or sell real estate, want to know why something's a good deal or why it makes sense for them to buy in a neighborhood for their kids, but not just you saying it, because your opinion is one thing, but what are the facts? How do you support that opinion? So this understands that that's important to me based on what I've been using so far. Here's where it gets really powerful. Potential blind spots. Is perfectionism slowing my execution? I am going to be completely frank. Absolutely. I know that I want to do these things super well so that I can put out great content for people like you that are watching this. And if you're in real estate, or if I'm making a video for a client, I don't want to mess things up. So that might keep me from doing a video because I'm like, oh, I have to get my lighting right, or I have to make sure that I've got my screens ready and I've practiced. That slows down the ability to put out as much content as I have been as of late. So if you are seeing this video, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe if this kind of thing resonates with you, because that's what I'm doing. I'm leveraging technology and AI to grow my relationships with people more and more and more, and less focus on perfectionism and over analyzing things, because I do that and that slows my execution. Data versus intuition balance, heavy reliance on metrics, keyword optimization. That's really good because I do love storytelling, but I also am a nerd, and I'm an IT nerd, right? I was in IT before I was in real estate. And so I need to get better at focusing on how to tell a great story for people that are relocating to an area, for example. When I remember when I first relocated, it was incredible to be able to spend a week and travel and learn all about Austin, Texas, instead of just talking to somebody and saying, well, where should I go? No, I was an explorer. And that changed my complete perspective of what I thought about the place. And so being able to tell those stories will change everything. And I need to leverage, when I'm leveraging AI, I still need to have that human component. AI won't know your story unless you give it to it, unless you give your story to AI, right? Some of the best engagement often comes from raw, unpolished moments. We know that. And this is a big one, audience expansion versus niche focus. So I put in here Austin Doggy Dads. I actually have a page on my website, ianofAustin.com. Don't go there if you're not a realtor, or sorry, if you're not a potential client or looking to refer stuff. I'm just kidding, go there. So Austin Doggy Dads is actually one of my keywords because I have a section that talks about different dog parks and dog-friendly hiking trails in the Austin, Texas area. And so that level of segmentation is extremely niche, but I also help military. I also help luxury buyers. I also do a ton of relocation referrals. And so what it's saying is if I over segment it, then I might be missing out on some of those other niches. The beauty is if you have a website like that, so I use Lofty, which is a partnership with my brokerage. I'm with Real Broker. We have like an insane plan and we get all these features so we can build our website, customize it to do whatever the heck we want. And so I can make videos about all these different niches and it'll still bring people into my world so that they're landing on my website. So yes, it's right that you can over niche yourself, but it may not understand that I have all of these parameters on my website and some of the content I do will be independent of the niche, right? Like, so I might just do a general buyer's video. It'll show up to Doggy Dads, right? But it'll show up to other people as well. So am I casting a wide enough net? And remember, this is my analysis based on what it knows about me. So you need to leverage this to do your analysis. And I give it a thumbs up because this was actually a very, very good analysis. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to call it Devil's Advocate. And I don't know what people's religious affiliations are. You can call it Angel's Advocate. You can call it best friend, whatever it is. But the point is, I want to know a little bit more about my assumption. So I'm going to say challenge my every assumption about when I'm thinking about, let's say it's for sale by owners, or why people don't want to use real estate agents when buying new construction homes. Push back hard on my logic. Identify. This is the special one. Cognitive bias. Because so many people don't know, like can't see what they're doing. This is where coaches come into play heavily. And I've had real estate coaches for many years and business coaches propose radically different perspectives. Boom. Okay, so think about this. You know why buyers don't want to use realtors for new construction homes, right? Or do you? And that's what this is saying. So assumption one, buyers think they'll save money by not using an agent. This allows me to challenge it, and I like the zero-sum thinking. You may assume buyers perceive commission as an extra cost. And this is based on the language that I'm using. So that's kind of interesting. So how about this? Buyers aren't just avoiding agents for cost reasons. They may believe agents inflate prices. So if I'm talking with a client, basically the AI being trained on me and how I work is like, some people might just think that you're becoming more inefficient when they're using you when they can go straight to the source, which is the builder. Interesting perspective, right? Builder incentives as more valuable than whatever an agent could negotiate. Oh, well, that's kind of interesting too. So now if I'm making a video about this, I need to address that particular thing. And the psychology isn't always saving money, it's control over the deal. Also incredible. I have a lot of buyers that I've worked with that feel like they have to be part of everything. And it's like, listen, you can trust me. You can trust me because I've done this hundreds of times. You can leverage me, use my knowledge, and allow me to assist you through the process because I've done this so many times. and still be in control of your own fate, because I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm going to guide you on what I've experienced and what I've seen work and what I've seen not work. So counter argument, buyers without representation don't actually get a better deal. That's a good point. That's actually the title of one of my next videos. Hidden costs. I can talk about hidden costs. I can talk about loopholes. These are all things that will go great in a blog post or a Google business post, or maybe in my next TikTok, right? Like, these are fantastic tools and assumptions that I can leverage to build my content and my cadence of content. Buyers don't understand the value. This is AI saying this is my assumption. Very good. And again, this is what it thinks about me based on knowing me. So you want to do this for yourself. Builders actively discourage using agents because it costs them money. Cognitive bias, attribution error. I'm assuming that builders discourage agents because of commissions, but it might be deeper. So what's interesting is that, yes, some builders are actually pro-agent, or we can say pro-simplicity because they own everything in-house. But I know a lot of builders, like, I get so many awards from different home builders because I bring them clients, because I work well with them. I've actually had builders refer me clients. Come on, that's like the best testament for what type of value I'm bringing. When I stand out to a builder and they say, you're doing a good job for the clients, I like working with you, then it's proven, it's validated. So I love this. Position yourself as an ally to builders, not a disruptor. Anytime you say, I can't stand this builder, you're becoming a disruptor. All right. Buyers don't think they need a negotiation, new construction, all these things. My point, God, it has so many tools. Don't want an agent because they prefer full control. This was a really powerful prompt. Wow. Okay. So the next one, and I'll make this the last one because this is becoming a really long video, but hopefully this is extremely helpful and you find value in this and or my this channel. Okay, please share this with anybody you think this can benefit. It's all like agnostic. I don't care who's learning it. I just care that we as an industry get better and we beat out like these large major conglomerates like your Zillow, your Realtor.com. And because all they're doing is buying, getting people to go to their website and then selling them back to us. And I rarely have participated in anything like that with some of these companies because I don't think it makes sense. And I've been able to build my business organically using a lot of these social media platforms. So the next one, we're going to call this mind shift. That's what we're going to say. I want my website view, organizing my website menu through the lens of someone with an extraordinary mindset, like Steve Jobs. The reason why I'm choosing Steve Jobs is because he is a designer first, right? Like, he built this organization where everybody understands that Apple leads design in so many things. They also pause when it comes to releasing things. They make sure they get it right before they release it versus just putting something out there and kind of letting the world beta test it. And that's just my interpretation of it, but we'll see what AI says. Showing me how they would approach this differently. Good. Okay, so now what I wanted to do is take my website information, what it knows about my website. This is so good. Okay, so Jobs would start with one question. If you've read the book Start With Why by Simon Sinek, this is exactly what he says. What is the one thing I want people to feel when they use this site? So good. Feeling is a psychological tug, and it ties to things like color. It ties to things like where are icons placed. It ties to things, how large is the font? What type of font? Is it whimsical? Is it serious? Does it exude luxury? This is such a good, and it's so funny. I've been doing this for years. I'm a psychological analyst essentially, right? Because that's what my degree is in, marketing. And I love kind of this interpretation from AI to say, no, rethink this again. So what's the one thing? And if you don't have that answer for your website, this is an exact reason why we should do this. The menu isn't about pages. It's about guiding a journey that makes the visitor feel something. Okay, Steve. Wow. Instead of starting what pages do I need, start with what is the transformation I want users to experience. God, this is so good. Okay, so now I'm thinking on my homepage, I need to kind of redefine that. So when people go to ianofboston.com, the first thing they see is a search. But then you scroll down and they might have a cost calculator. They might have a couple guides that they can get, but it's not taking them through a journey. So my next plan is for buyers, I need to have a journey specifically for the buyers. I need to have a journey for the sellers. I need to have a journey for the military personnel that I help represent. If it's about luxury, the feeling of exclusivity. So featured listings might be great for that, or discovery, or aspiration. I was talking to one of my business partners for a podcast series that I'm working on, and she said, did you know people that are interested in luxury are that way and always associate themselves and luxurious products with being closer to God? I was like, what? And then I thought about it and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe. And this is not me imposing my belief on you. This is me just understanding what I might think to be true. Again, cognitive bias. I can see the connection, doesn't mean it's right. All right, what else? So Jobs would design the flow like an Apple store. So now I want to go look at the Apple store. Everything from the placement of products to the absence of clutter is intentional. I'll tell you now, my website, when I first created my landing page, my main homepage, it was very cluttered. So I've already worked on that, but I'm going to revisit, and I'll have my virtual assistant team also take a look too, right? Because they can see things that look a little different based on their perspective. Example flow, neighborhoods, find your home, market trends. I like this, and talk to Ian. I like this because it's very almost story driven, but also neighborhoods is usually what people are looking for, not necessarily a city. And I think that happens a lot. So right now my flow is pools, homes with pools. It might be homes with water, what do you call them? Water access or something like that, lake access. Why can't I think of what it's called? I could have one that's like dog friendly. I could have one that's no HOA, right? Like I have those types of things, but this doesn't give me neighborhoods. So I need to make sure neighborhoods are kind of front and center. They let you see, touch, learn, and buy in that order. And this is with Steve Jobs. If you appreciate Alex Hermosi, Grant Cardone, Elon Musk, President Obama, President Donald Trump, there are so many other people that you can use this with. And just think, our real president, Sharon Srivatsa, Tom Bilyeu, the former CEO of Quest and Nutrition, and like all these people that we see are doing big things or have done big things in their world and are continuing to do so. They have a different approach, a different mindset. Neil deGrasse Tyson, like I might want him to analyze the website. It's such a powerful prompt. So go back and look at this prompt, insert whatever name and whatever topic that you need. And if you need these, again, this video is here. I'll let you download the prompts if you go into the description of this video and click, and I'll send the prompts to you directly. These exact same ones that I used. Make the CTA unmissable. The CTA stands for call to action. If you're newer to like websites and website jargon, the menu isn't just for navigation, it's a persuasion tool. What's the number one thing you want people to do? To register, to download something, to reach out to you. And all of those things are the reason for the menu to exist. It's almost like a resume. The cover letter is just to get you in the door so that you can talk about your experiences. And if you don't have a good cover letter, kind of like if you don't have a good thumbnail on YouTube, nobody's going to talk to you anyway, right? So this is a very valuable insight to that. I kind of like it. Okay, so final jobs like website menu for you. Find your home, neighborhoods, market trends, talk to. I really like those. I'm actually going to use these a whole lot. One clear emotion, designed like the Apple Store journey, visual delight, which I think it is, and unmissable CTA. Wow, man, that's so good. So darn good. Oh my goodness. Basically, I think this was a really strong video. If you have questions, you want to know more about AI, I have tons of classes that I teach in and out of the Real Academy, and I'm happy to send some of these to you. And I also will be putting some on the Surety Realtor website. Thanks again for watching. I will see you in the next video. Looking forward to reading some of your comments and then making more content based on that. Take care. Have a wonderful day. See you soon.